Hey, mystery lovers, welcome to The Monster in the Basement. Ethan had been many things in his long life. A hunter, a terror, a nightmare that stalked the shadows. He had prowled the world, consumed by the curse that turned him into a creature of hunger, thirsting for human flesh. But all that changed when he met her. Lily. She was warmth and kindness wrapped in a world of light he hadn't known for centuries. For the first time in years, Ethan felt something stir in him beyond the endless hunger. He felt love. Determined to be with her, Ethan made the ultimate sacrifice. He sought out an ancient ritual that would rid him of his monstrous curse, but the cost was steep. He would have to starve through the new year, chained in his basement, resisting the primal urge to devour a human. If he could survive the night, he would be free of the curse forever, able to live a normal life with Lily. But it wasn't something he could share with her. How could he tell the woman he loved that he was a monster, that he had hunted people in the darkness for so long? He swore to himself he would tell her the truth once the curse was broken, once he was just a man, no longer the creature that lived within him. New Year's Eve was approaching, and Lily noticed Ethan's growing distance. He had always been mysterious, but now there was a strange tension in him. He cancelled their plans for the holiday, saying he had some family emergency to attend to. She had tried to reach him all day, but his phone went straight to voicemail. Worried, Lily decided to surprise him. She had never been to his basement before. It was always locked, and he told her it was just a storage area. But that night, as she stood outside his house, her worry took over. Something was off, and she had to know what it was. The basement door was unlocked. Descending into the cold, dark space, she noticed the thick iron chains bolted into the walls. The smell hit her next, a foul stench of sweat and something rotten. Her heart raced. At the center of the room, chained to the floor, was a creature. The thing before her was grotesque, twisted and barely human, with eyes glowing red in the dim light. Its body was gaunt, almost skeletal, its hands clawed and reaching toward her, though held back by the chains. It groaned in hunger, struggling against its bonds, its face twisted in agony. Lily froze, terror gripping her. She didn't know what this thing was, but she knew one thing: it was dangerous. Her heart hammered in her chest as the creature snarled, its fangs bared, as if it were waiting for her to come closer. She spotted an old axe lying nearby, probably something Ethan had kept for emergencies. Without thinking, she grabbed it, adrenaline surging through her. She had to stop the creature. It lunged forward, the chains rattling, its growls turning into a desperate, pleading sound, as if it were trying to speak, but couldn't. But Lily didn't wait. She swung the axe with all her strength, the blade biting into the creature's side. Blood splattered across the floor, and the monster roared in pain. Again and again she brought the axe down, driven by fear and the need to survive. The creature's cries grew weaker with each strike, until finally it lay still, a broken heap on the cold, damp floor. In the aftermath, she waited for Ethan to return. She left him messages telling him she had found something terrible in his basement, but he never responded. Days passed, and the guilt of what she'd done gnawed at her. Still, she told herself she had no choice. It was a monster. It would have killed her. But Ethan never came back. The days turned into weeks, and Lily's grief deepened. She never heard from Ethan again. He had vanished, as if he'd never existed. It wasn't until much later that the truth began to unravel. She overheard a local legend about a creature who had once terrorized the region. A being that could only rid itself of its curse by fasting through the new year. If it survived, it would become human again. Lily's fate was sealed, her dreams shattered. The basement's darkness consumed her, leaving only echoes of her sorrow. Her story, a haunting reminder of the fragility of hope, lingers in the shadows. As the townsfolk returned to their routines, oblivious to the sacrifice made beneath their feet, an eerie silence settled over the town. The legend of the cursed creature faded into whispers, but those who listened closely could still hear Lily's voice, a soft lament carried by the wind. And so, the truth of Ethan's curse and Lily's ultimate sacrifice became an unspoken chapter in the town's history. A chapter that serves as a chilling testament to the lengths one might go to for love, and the darkness that can engulf even the brightest of souls. In the end, Lily's story reminds us that some truths are better left buried, and some sacrifices are never truly understood. This is the tale of Ethan and Lily, a story that continues to haunt the hearts of those who dare to remember. As the years passed, the town's memory of Ethan and Lily's tragic tale began to wane, but the shadows of their story left an indelible mark. Those who dared to venture near the old basement claimed to feel a cold breeze, a whisper of sorrow that seemed to echo Lily's final lament. The townsfolk, though oblivious to the true events, continued to share stories, each generation adding their own twist to the legend. Some spoke of seeing a ghostly figure in the moonlight, a young woman with eyes full of despair. Others claimed to hear faint cries on stormy nights, as if the wind itself mourned for what was lost. But amidst the tales and whispers, one thing remained constant, the lesson of sacrifice and the haunting reminder of love's power. The children grew up hearing the stories, their imaginations fueled by the mystery, yet always warned to stay away from the cursed place. And so, the legacy of Ethan and Lily lived on, not just as a ghost story, but as a poignant reminder of the fragility of hope and the darkness that can consume even the brightest of souls. As you ponder their tale, remember to cherish the light in your life and be wary of the shadows that lurk just beyond. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to stay updated for more mysterious tales. Until then, keep your curiosity alive and your lights on. Thanks for watching.